The elation that you feel of it, you just feel the world's just been lifted off your shoulders. It's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, luckily, I live an hour away, just less than an hour than this place, but if I lived in Scotland, knowing what I know now, I'd have travelled down every week from then to get treated.
I walked out through the doors as if I'd taken a good 15-20 kilogram rucksack off my back. I felt like a free spirit in a way. Hi, I'm Steffan Coombs. I used to be in the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. I was a Lance Corporal / physical training instructor, and I'd done 8 years inside the military. I got blown up and shot at in Afghan, and I came out with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Darren Edwards, I've been in the military for over 24 years. Ended up the rank that I wanted to be, which was sergeant. So I've done both Gulf Wars, Kosovo, Bosnia, Pristina, a few tours of Iraq, a few tours of Afghanistan, Northern Ireland and Cyprus. I was heavily drinking to sleep, prone to violence or violent outbursts. And outbursts also at work. So after speaking to my doctor, after a failed attempt to take my own life, he put me on tablets, and I thought they're not really working. I've got to try something else. I saw the advert, I thought I've got to go for this, and I'm so glad I did.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm ex-Royal Anglian Regiment. I served 8.5 years, joined in 2006, I did my first tour in 2007, straight after training. I then done another tour in Afghan again, 2010, and then I finally went out in 2012, back to Afghan for the third time. That's when I was injured and subsequently medically discharged. My PTSD started to get worse. I've already got a son who's just over a year old, and I've got another one on the way due in April, and I needed to be fixed for the birth of my next son. It's about time I'd done something. With my PTSD, the way I suffered most was my sleeping. What it is like hallucinations between awake and asleep, and you know, they're as real as sort of me and you now, and sometimes they last about 5 minutes. You know, that's the main reason I had to get sorted. It's something I couldn't turn down, basically. I had to give it a go.
My name is Naji Malak. I'm the co-founder of Stand Easy, and I'm the acupuncturist who do the trauma treatment for post-traumatic stress with veterans.
I think for me it was, when I left, I was very regimented in a military way. Everything was black and white. I was very angry, I was very frustrated, I was anxious, I had suicidal thoughts on a daily basis, 5-6 times a day. So I took a massive overdose on Remembrance Day, 5 years ago now. I've been on medication, I've had therapy, and you get passed around in a way. But with Naji, like I said, he's really professional, very friendly. You don't have to talk if you don't want to talk. He'll just do what he needs to do.
I've been with a counsellor. The only thing is, when they're 21 with a degree, they haven't been anywhere. They know nothing. And when they're trying to ask you about your deepest, darkest secrets, you're not going to give them that trust. Naji just gets on with his job, and it's completely different because you don't expect it. You expect to come in and be counselled whilst you're having the treatment. Naji doesn't do any of that. Naji just looks at you, has a quick feel of your pulse on either side, and knows what to do straight away. And you feel amazing afterwards.
It's unique because there's no messing around. The last thing you want to do is be put on a waiting list, you know, 6, 7, 8 weeks. I think I rang up, or my partner called. I think I was booked in less than a week later. and the sessions obviously began then. I've had them weekly since that moment, so no messing around, straight in. I spoke to Naji for about 10 minutes. You don't have to tell him anything. I chose to speak to him about small parts of my army career, and he just looked at me and he said, "That's enough talking, let's get you treated, let's get you sorted."
I would like us to be the first point of call for any veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress, because it's quick, and if they want to go and have other kind of support, because we can't maybe accommodate hundreds of people, at least we have taken the trauma out, so they can be much more receptive to talking, to having other therapies. Because when you're traumatized, you are exhausted. Almost every veteran who came here with post-traumatic stress, underlying energy is completely flat. They have no energy. They've just been keeping going. So to bring out things which they don't want to talk about requires a lot of energy. And if you haven't got the energy to work it through, you're going to get more exhausted. You're going to get more disturbed, and it's futile. And what we're saying is that, look, you don't even have to talk about it. We can take it out for you. And then if you choose to talk, you have the freedom to talk. You're not required to talk in order for somebody to help you. You can be who you are and get better.
I came in, my first session here, I actually came in a nervous wreck. I was sweating, I was shaking. Within 10 minutes of having the first needle, you would have thought I was asleep. I was that calm. The speed side of it, you have to experience it to know how quick it works. As I say, I'm still mind blown even now, after quite some time, of how quick it did work for me.
I found a change after one session. After one session, the hallucinations never happened again. And my sleep had improved 100%. The second session, I started to notice during the second week, my anxiety was a bit better. And the third week, my anxiety was even better. It means I haven't got to worry. You know, the lack of sleep, not knowing whether I'm even going to sleep the night or whether I'm going to be up having these hallucinations, not to mention the danger that my partner's in, you know, because I do get up, I lash out at things, you know, that are not there. I've thrown things about in my sleep. So that's improved everything for my family, work-wise as well. It's no good going to work. You know, the anxiety of possibly going to work, although I work for myself sometimes, I work with other companies, the anxiety of going to work the next day when you've not even had a minute's sleep because of the sleeping problems. So, you know, it's improved my life massively.
My partner and her children, they see a totally different me. I'm completely sober. And I just get on with things. We're a family again. Even my bosses at work, they saw a massive change in me after the first treatment, because I wasn't dreading work. After that first one, I enjoy it. I can get on with life.
It's not so much I'm coming just for one thing, it's a friendship as well, it's like a family sort of thing. He's such a friendly bloke, such a nice bloke. And it just feels, because I'm from South Wales, I'm up here by myself, 45 minutes away, and I'm here in a place that I feel safe.
When veterans leave the army, they miss the friendship, they miss the comradeship, they miss the unconditional love and relationship they have with their comrades. And we try here to make them feel on the level. There is nothing wrong with them, they're just people who needed some help like we all do. And I'm given the privilege to do that work with the most amazing people.
Yeah, I think it's the welcoming atmosphere you get with Naji, and the fact that he does want to help. It's not the fact that he's, you know, oh, it's just a job, or he wants to help, he wants to see people get better, and he's really good at what he does. If I said to him, Naji, I'm in trouble, I got a problem, I need to see you, I know he'd get me in ASAP.
It's a broken mind. It's the same as a broken bone. It's got to be healed somehow. Talking helps some people, never helped me, and it doesn't help a lot of other people. Naji can. I've never felt so elated in my life.
I haven't got that anger as much. You know, today, looking back, my father's said how much calmer I've been, My sister said how much calmer I've been, how I don't react to things as quick as what I used to be, and I seem a lot more happier.
Once he's treated you, you get that rush, and it's like, right, I can take on the world again now. You're back to smiling, you're back to enjoying life. And that's what it's done for me.